Hmm. Hello, everybody. We will give it just another minute or so, and then we will get started. All right. Well, it is right at 9, and I know it's late. Hey, Krista. And so we will go ahead and get started so people can get to bed or whatever it is you're going to do at 10 o'clock tonight. So my name is Megan Garrity. For those of you who do not know me, I am a Diamond Ambassador. I've been with Plexus for almost 8 years, which is crazy. I think I'm doing the math right, which is crazy because this just isn't where I saw myself 8 years ago. So I'm so excited to be here. And we're going to go over a couple things tonight that I enjoy. And so the first thing that we're going to talk about and spend some time on is finding joy in your business, and just really starting this hour off right. It's so important to me to find joy in the things that I'm doing in life. Like I feel like I've reached a point in my life where I understand, like, when I'm working in my strengths and I'm working at something that brings me joy and a feeling of fulfillment, that I am so much more likely to be enthusiastic about it and put effort into it. And so I want to start off this call with taking some time for all of us to really dive deep into what specifically brings you joy about Plexus. Some of you are like science gurus, or maybe you love the business or whatever that is. And so I want us to take some time, think about it, put it on paper. What about Plexus brings you joy? What it gives you that sense of fulfillment? And I'm going to set a timer on my phone, and we're going to take about, let's say, 3 minutes to do that. So you have some time to really think about it, be specific so that you can refer back to this. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I hope you are able to come up with some ideas, or maybe you're like me and you're like so crazy about Plexus that you could write. I mean, I could go for several minutes. When I was doing this, I'm like, okay, 3 minutes will be plenty of time. But as I'm doing it, I'm like, I need more minutes because I could go on and on about all the things that bring me joy about Plexus. Um, and like I said, we all have a variety of reasons where we find that joy. But for me, two of the biggest parts or reasons why I find joy is one, the relationships. So before I started Plexus, I remember I had unfollowed my upline because I wasn't interested in what she had to share about Plexus, but I would keep like spying on her. And she was posting about getting together with groups with other women and being at events. And I was lacking that in my own life. And I wanted it so badly, those, genuine relationships. And so, since starting Plexus, I have been able to form those relationships, and now I have those relationships. And so, when I make posts, if I'm at an event or doing something in regards to Plexus, like I want to make sure to highlight that because I know that that's what I was searching for and brought me fulfillment. And so, I know that there's other people out there who do that as well. Another thing is financial freedom and becoming debt free. That was a big part of my journey, paying off our mortgage early and just making sure we were financially wise with our money. And so, because of that and sharing that along my journey, other people have reached out to me and have seen that because that's resonated with them. And so, sharing what brings me fulfillment with Plexus has brought other people in and has allowed me to build connections with people. So what I want you to do now that you have that list, some homework for you is, throughout the week or whatever, I want you to look at what brings you joy and how can you share that more on your social media? How can you share that in a genuine way with other people to connect with those people who are looking for what maybe you were looking for? So be thinking of that because you don't know who's watching you and who's going to resonate with what you have to share. Okay, so I said that relationships brought me a great amount of happiness. I love when I get together with my Plexus friends and we have a great time. And so let's expand on that a little bit more. I want you to take some time. We're going to take some time and really think about who on our team can we reach out to, we can encourage, we can connect with. That's one of my favorite things to get to do is seeing someone who is doing something amazing or maybe something, that they were scared to do, but they did it anyway, and recognizing them for that. So we're going to take some time and I want you to make a list of people on your team who you need to reach out to and you need to send, some encouragement to, who you need to build up, who you just need to get excited and share that you have this belief in them. So we'll say 5 minutes of that. If you have some time after you've made your list, you can start sending those messages to those people. Now, if you're someone and you're like, I don't have a large team, what am I going to do? You know what? Some of the best encouragement I have received is from Sideline Sisters. So think of some sidelines or maybe your upline or whoever that you could send out some encouraging messages to, or maybe it's some people on your friends list. I have full-time working moms who are just killing it that I want to reach out to and encourage and say like, hey, I noticed that like you're really busy, but you are doing an amazing job. I see you. So it doesn't even have to be someone Plexus related if you run out of that. So let's take 5 minutes because I think this is super important and let's get to work on that. Reaching out to people on your team who need some encouragement or can be on your friends list or whatever, but let's go for 5 minutes. And just for an example, I'm reaching out to someone right now who we did a call last month where we did some goal setting and kind of some coaching to see what she needed. And so she's been kind of quiet. So I'm reaching back out to her to see, can we do an event together? Can we do, any three-way messages to help you in your business? So revisiting that conversation because I know what her goals are and seeing how I can help her. So just wanted to share that with you in case you're over there wondering what to say. Okay, hopefully you were able to come up with a list and were able to reach out to some people in that time. I'm excited to hear back. Oop, already hearing back from my people. Um, so some other things that I like to do if you're looking for ideas throughout the month or after this call that you can do to reach out and encourage people. I love a good handwritten note, and I feel like that art is not practiced as much anymore. So, I love to send letters out in the mail to people just like, hey, I see you, I recognize you, you're doing great work, or just small gifts like throughout the month. You can find lots of things on Amazon or food. I love food. So when someone sends me food, I get really excited. So those are just some ideas. Okay, so now that we've talked about that, joy and what brings you joy and how you can pour into people, let's talk about the end of the month. This is like the perfect time for us to get together because I feel like April is such a huge opportunity with what Plexus is offering. Um, if you hopefully you have seen the rise up rank up or incentive that Plexus has, and I think this is a brilliant idea because we can have incentives geared towards adding people and things like that, but retention and maintaining that rank is so important. And once people accomplish a rank, sometimes they lose that motivation after because you accomplish that goal and then you've got to work hard to the next one. And so this is really a great motivator for people to maintain that and to work towards keeping what they have, which is so important. So we're going to get into that and getting into our back office, but first we are going to start with follow-up. Anybody else like guilty of like starting the month off really strong, like you're messaging people, sending out samples, and then like things just get in the way? So we are going to spend some time following up with people we have talked to this month. Maybe you've sent them samples, or maybe they have commented or liked one of your posts. This is a great way to reach out to people. If someone likes your post or comments on your post, to reach out and just say, hey, like, thank you so much for your support of my business. Just a couple weeks ago, I had someone do this, and I was like, I sent out that message. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. And she ended up ordering that night. She hadn't ordered in a long time. And because we made that connection, she got in right away, ordered, was able to ask me questions because we had that conversation going. So we're going to spend about 7 minutes on this because I think it's very important, because the worst thing you can do is make that contact and then never follow up with them and just leave them out there for someone else to follow up with or reach out to. So let's take some time, 7 minutes. Follow up with those people you've talked to earlier this month. If you talked to them last month, whatever it may be, that's okay. Reach out to them. Keep the conversation open ended. Don't end with a question or a follow up date, because you don't want to just end the conversation and you have no reason left to reach out to them. So let's do that. I have some people I sent samples to, so I'm going to follow up with them, see if they've had a chance to try it, send them a video, like a good triplex video, to show them why they need our product. So take 7 minutes. Let's do this, and we'll get back together after 7. Cindy. We are currently following up with people who maybe we started a conversation with earlier this month, maybe someone you've sent samples to, things like that. So we're following up with those potentials that you have reached out to or talked to this month, or if you need to go back, to March or whatever that may be. We have 2 more minutes left. Okay, were you guys able to get some follow-up messages out? Anybody else? Yeah. Okay. All right. So it's important to follow up with those potentials that we've made contact with, but it's also important to follow up with new customers, new ambassadors on your team. I have been guilty before. Like I do the work of getting someone started and then I drop the ball. And so that is not what we want to do because you go through all this work to get them started and you don't want to do that. So go through your list and see who has started in April, what new customers have you signed, what new VIPs, and let's reach out to them. If you have some things you can do to reach out to them to create that contact is, see how they're doing on their products, see how they're doing with their regimen. Do they need some troubleshooting? The worst thing that we want to happen is, or not want to happen, the worst thing that happens is people don't understand how to take their products and we're not there to help guide them. So what can you do to help guide them with their regimen? If they're suffering from detox, can you help walk them through that? If your team has a testimony page or a customer page, have you added them to that? You can ask them if you can add them to that, tag them in a testimony and then message them about it. So let's take just a few minutes. We'll say another 3 minutes. Let's follow up with people who have joined your team this month, new level ones, new VIPs, new retail customers, whoever that may be. So let's do 3 minutes there. Okay, great job. You guys are doing so good. Good job. Okay, so now we've worked on our follow up. Now we're really going to get to the nitty gritty of this end of the month stuff. It's like I said, with the Rise Up Rank Up. So we're going to take a few minutes. I want you to get into your back office if you are already there. I want you to check out your points. Where are you at before our big subscription days? What was your goal for what rank you wanted to hit or what rank you wanted to re-rank this month? I want you to get into your back office. I'll give you a minute or two to get into there so you can check over that and just do a check-in where you're at. That's so important. Sometimes we spend so much time on our teams checking to see where they are that we forget to make sure that we ourselves are meeting our goals. So log into there because we're going to be doing a couple of things um, in our back office. So, like I said, with the Rise Up Rank Up incentive, your people and you can earn uh, the achievement bonus when you re-rank as a higher paid rank than last month. So let's say you're a senior gold, you hit senior gold um, 1 year ago, but last month you were paid as a silver ambassador. This month, when you hit gold, if you hit gold points, you're going to get that gold bonus. And so that's really exciting. That is a huge chunk of money. And like, what a motivation to work towards back up to senior gold. So we are going to look at our team now that you're in your back office. We're going to go to the dashboard and we are going to sort by achieved rank. So mine is taking forever to load. So I like to like sort it, hit it twice so that it goes highest to lowest. So I am going to scroll through the next couple minutes. Oh, good job, Carissa. Good night. But we are going to look through. So we've got the achieved rank and then the paid rank. And so if there is a difference there between the achieved rank and the paid rank, I'm going to pay attention to those people. If you have a smaller team, you can pay attention to probably all those people. On a bigger team, I'm going to look at my 1 through 3s. Okay. So I'm going to look for people where there is a gap. So if I have, like, I'm looking at someone who is a senior gold, but last month currently they're only an ambassador. And so I'm going to click on their name, that little plus sign, and then I'm going to go to view team or view details so that I can see what they were last month. So she's currently a senior gold, but her paid rank is ambassador. And in March, she was a silver. Okay, so I'm going to look at that. I'm going to start making a list of people as we're sitting here. I'm going to put that information down there. What do I need to work with, we'll call her Sally, so that she can get to get that bonus this month. So let's take about 7 minutes or so to do that because that is a little bit more time consuming so that you have a list of people, because the next thing that we're going to do is start reaching out to those people. If you, let's say maybe you don't have many people in your back office or a big team, then things that you can do with this time are go through your back office, make sure you understand it. Have you reached out to people and wish them a happy birthday today? A great way to connect with people. Who's close to the next PV level in your back office? So things like that. That you can do in this time. So let's take about 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes, we'll say 6, a happy medium, and do that and look in your back office. And if you have trouble at all, or you're struggling to sort or work with that at all, you can send me a message to everyone in here, or you can send it just to me in the chat in Zoom. Okay, I know it hasn't been quite a full 6 minutes, but if you have your list already and you're ready to reach out, feel free to do that. I'm going to be saying something like, "Hey, Sally, um, Plexus is offering some major cash this month, and I want you to take full advantage. I don't want you to miss out. Did you know that you're only blank away from earning this?" So, if someone needs to rehit silver, I'm going to say you're only one ambassador away from earning another $100 bonus. And so I want them to see how close they are to reaching that goal, because you're doing the work for them of showing them what they need to do. And so, when I see that dollar amount, I'd be like, yeah, if I only need one more person and I get an extra $100, count me in. So you can start sending out those messages, and I will give you another couple of minutes to do that. Okay. All right. Well, so that we can get everything in, we will move on. If you still have to go back and message some of those people, you can do that after this call. So we are also going to take a quick look at who is close to ranking for the first time. So we looked kind of at who was close to re-ranking or who had the potential to earn that bonus. But Plexus is also offering double the bonus if you rank up for the first time. So that's huge. If I was, working towards one of those ranks, I would be like, if I could make double the money this month, then I am going to work hard for that. So let's look. You can sort by points in your back office in the dashboard. I just click on team points at the very right of the screen and sort it. And then I can see who is close to a rank up. So I'm going to kind of look at those and see who is, and I'm going to make a list of those people because I know that I need to reach out to those people and say, again, hey, Sally, you are only, 10 points away from hitting gold. And this month you can earn double that cash bonus. And I want to make sure that you take advantage of this because I don't want to see you lose out on that. How can we get you there? Do you want to put me in any three-way chats and we can work together on getting people, to start it on their journey. So look through that, look through your points, and see who is close, if anyone, that you can help get to that next rank. We will take, let's say, just 3 minutes to do that. Also important to add is that if you do have people that are close with this, remember that they have to add one new personally sponsored VIP. So maybe someone has, the points or whatever to get that re-rank or the rank up for the first time bonus, but make sure they also have that one personally sponsored person or remind them of that because I'd hate for them to miss out if they don't have that. Okay, you guys are doing great. We just have one last thing to do. Um, and then we will get off. But, make sure you're doing these activities also over the next few days as new subscriptions run and the month is closing out. Just keep an eye on things so you can help your people achieve their goals for the month. But let's just take like 2 more minutes to close out the call. And just if you have written down your goals at the beginning of the month, I want you to just do some reflection on, okay, how far have I come and reaching that goal? How do I need to adapt that goal so that I can end this month strong? And if you didn't write down goals, then come up with a goal or a plan for yourself for this next final week of April and how you can finish strong. So let's just take 2 minutes to do that. Okay, well, I have so enjoyed getting to do this tonight and go over the things that, I need to do to end the month strong, and hopefully you do as well. So I appreciate your time and I cannot wait to see what everybody accomplishes this month. Thank you.